Hello everyone, welcome to your SST class. And today we are going to start the topic what is democracy? Why democracy? That is the first chapter of the political science. Students, previously also you must have studied about the democracy because in the previous classes also democracy is one of the major chapter which is given everywhere in most of the books and schools and curriculum is adopting it, so you must have aware about it. But here in this chapter you are going to study that what is the real meaning of democracy, what are the features of it, why we called it democracy, uh, around the world how many countries are adopting it, and how we can make it more good enough for the people, merits and demerits of the democracy, and many more things you are going to study here about the democracy. But before studying the democracy, you should know that what is the government, because you must have studied that democracy is a form of government for the people, by the people, to the people. A very common definition of the democracy it is. But before the democracy, you are going to understand when you will understand what is the government. Government means the ruling person or group and a leader. Anyone can be up there to rule a country. A person who rules on country, a group of persons which rules on a country, that is called the government. There are mainly two types of government in this world. One is democratic and one is non-democratic. Democratic means the rule of all the peoples. Rule of all the people means the people living in a country, they are having authority to choose their leader and to take the decision uh, on the behalf of their country. That is called the democratic country. For example, India. India is a democratic country. USA, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and so many more countries are there in the world which are the democratic. Non-democratic countries, that means which is ruled by a single person. Non-democratic countries, usually there are dictatorship and the monarchy. These are the names of government. These are the names of government which is given. Like dictatorship is the form of non-democratic government, and monarchy is also a form of non-democratic government. I will be telling you the definition of the dictatorship and the monarchy too. So democratic is a non-democratic is a governmental form in which one people rules on the country. One person is having the whole power to take the decisions in the country and to do anything in the country. That is the non-democratic one. Here are the some examples also. Countries which are the non-democratic in the world, that is the China, North Korea, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and so many other countries are also there in the world. Non-democratic forms of the government which needed to be exemplified so that you can understand कि आपको पता you can understand about it what is the exact meaning of the democratic non-democratic forms of government. Monarchy. Monarchy means the rule of king and queen. When earlier you must have studied, you have heard that the earlier in India also it has been the rules of the king and the queens. Earlier king and queens used to rule on us. People do not choose them in the monarchy. We people do not choose the kings and queens to rule on us, and it is the hierarchy based system. Hierarchy based system means after the king, his son will be the king of the state or the country. Afterwards his son, and then his son, like this chain is going on. There is no fixed ruling period of the monarchy also. There is no fixed period means there is no like do you compare with the democratic country? Suppose the leaders are here, those are having 5 and 6 years ruling time period. After every 5 and 6 years they get to change, but in monarchy and in dictatorship it doesn't happens. In the period of 5 years or 6 years it never changed. It just depended on their age. When they get died and any kind of mishappening done, then their higher means their son is going to be the king or queen of the kingdom, and they are going to rule on the country. Another one is the dictatorship, rule of one person. People do not choose them. In dictatorship also we do not choose any dictator to rule on us. All powers are wasted in the hand of a single person. All types of power means the decision making, making of the law, giving punishments, and doing something good for the country, doing something bad for everything. Each and everything is in the hand of that particular person only. Only he is going to take the decision for the country. Ruling time periods is not fixed here, and here also the ruling time period is not fixed, but it is not based on hierarchy system. It is totally based on the power. The person who is having the power, who can dominate the other persons, that person can become a dictator. So these are the various governmental, non-governmental forms, uh, non-democratic governmental forms. Before studying the democracy, you should know that around the world, earlier in the previous timing, most of the countries of the world were monarchy and the dictatorship. Means non-democracy was spreaded everywhere in the world. Very less democratic countries were there. But then how this democracy came in the world, how it begins. Here are the some facts I am telling about the democracy to you. That the democracy was started around the 508 BC. BC means before Christ, the time period of the Jesus Christ when he was born. So that the time period which we cannot define in terms of the number, we define it as the time period of the birth of Jesus. So before Christ means when the Jesus Christ had not took the birth. Before that, this democracy was started. In the world, the very first democratic country is Athens in Greece. Athens is the name of a place which is in the Greece. Greece is the country, and Greece is situated in the European continent. It is a European country. So it was the very first recorded democratic country which we know. And from the Greece, the chain of the democratic countries came in existence, and the other countries of the world start choosing it. It is the most popular form of the government in the world. Nowadays, total 164 countries are democratic out of 195 in the world. Total there are 195 countries in the world, and now 164 countries are democratic and remaining are the still monarchy or dictatorship, means they are the non-democratic countries. The youngest democratic country in the world is the Nepal. Recently, Nepal has got the democracy. It got its democracy in 2008 after the monarchy of 240 years. There was a king in Nepal who was ruling, and the hierarchy system was there. So, before 204 years, they were ruling on the Nepal as the king, but now Nepal is a democratic country. So these are the some important facts which I told you so that you can know much things about the democracy. Because to understand the democracy, you have to take various kinds of information from here and there. You should collect it, and then only you are going to get the proper knowledge of the democracy, that exactly what is democracy. Some other things are also there. Democracy further divided into two types. Further Democracy is also divided into two types. One is the direct democracy and another one is the indirect or representative democracy. Direct democracy means in this all eligible citizens have active participation in political decision making. Direct democracy means where there is no representative, no leader. People do not choose any of the leader to work on their behalf. They themselves gives the vote and takes the decision. In the world, there are only two countries which are having direct democracy, that is the Estonia and the Switzerland. Because direct democracy is possible only in the less populated area. See, let me give you an example also. Like if any of the rule we want to implement in the country, do we implement it? Do we make it? No. Who make it? the the leaders which we have choose to work on our behalf, right? The PM, the CM, the Lok Sabha, and so many leaders are there. They work on behalf of us. They make the rules and regulations and they execute it. We just see whether they are making the correct one or the wrong one. If we feel that it is the wrong one, then we can protest, we can tell, we can even file the case in the Supreme Court, and so many other things are there. But in the direct democracy, people themselves makes the decision. They themselves thinks that which of the law has to be implemented in the country, and then they do the direct voting for that law, that whether this law has to be implemented or not. People gives voting for them, and the if the majority of the votes get, then the law is passed, and the voting is not done, then the law will not be passed. But in our India, it is not possible to do. Even in the most of the countries of the world, it's not possible to do, because large population is there and we cannot do voting every time for each and every decision. That is why direct democracy is not possible everywhere. So we have indirect or representative democracy in most of the countries in the world. Representative direct democracy means in which the voter remains the sovereign power, but political power is exercised indirectly through the representatives. Elected representative means here we choose the people to do the work on behalf of us, but the power is in our hand, but it is indirectly in our hand. It is not directly in our hand, and even representatives also don't have the power directly in their hands. There are the some limits also. So these are the some major important facts which I told you about the democracy. And then what is the democracy? The real definition of the democracy, and so many definitions you have studied here and there. And again I am telling you that these definitions are not sufficient to describe the democracy. It is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. It is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Country ruled by the people. This is called the democracy. Yes, these are the definitions of democracy, but these are exactly not defining the democracy. You have to study much more about the democracy to understand the real form of it and the real working of it. Then only you are going to understand that why this democracy is getting popular in the world and so many countries are adopting it. But for the today, it is enough for you all. You have to study this chapter again, the whatever I have told you, and ask me the questions also. Today I am not giving you any of the revision questions too. I will be giving you it the later. and I told you the forms of the government. I'm giving you a recap, and I told you the non-democratic forms of the government, some important facts of the democracy, and I have given you the some definitions of the democracy, and we will study the further portion for the remaining chapter in the next video. So thank you so much everyone.